Hello, crackers. Welcome back to the Blackbird Podcast, and I hope you're well. I'm not running late on Blackbird, but I'm running late on a bunch of other things. I was, deadline day, writing for Tefam, and then I said, I gotta do this later, because we had to go do stuff with the kids. And now it's later, and here we are. Fuck. I didn't think of anything, and it's been a work of a week. So I wasn't really paying attention to anything. You know, you get those kind of weeks, and now you have a nice softly Sunday. And it's like, I must do this, I must do that, and you do fucking none of them. Or you'll get the evil eye. You know what I mean, guys? But, so welcome back to the Blackbird. I do hope you're well. I was, what was I? Oh, yeah, so I had to write the Tefam thing, which is a giggle. I mean, I'm meant to be figuring shit out with that and kind of nurturing the whole writing thing. And it's good. It's grand. But when I sat down to type something out, I was like, what the fuck am I going to talk about? You know, you get days like that. And it's fine. Not to be panicked about. But I did remember I was listening to a podcast earlier. Anarchy. Or archery, not anarchy. Archery, not anarchy. Yeah. And so I was thinking, I remember not too long ago, a bunch of folks asking about podcasting in the archery community. And I was like, what the fuck are you asking me for? But they were. So, you try to give them some bit of behind the scenes. So, there's two that I have yet to see. But I know that they're works in progress. And I've seen like logos and stuff was made for one or two, and I think a channel has been set up for one on YouTube, but there's no content there yet. It's just like a logo and a name. It looks cool. I'm not going to tell you what it is because obviously they're not ready, and I forget. It's nothing to do with nothing, only that it's Sunday, folks. I'm just, softly. I'm relaxed. I guess that's what you could call it. Or else just fucking depleted of energy. But, so they've been asking me. So that's what I wrote the piece on Tefam about, the article, the monthly thing. And I was basically going on about, so you have these podcasts popping up, and then these other people thinking seriously about doing them. And these are only the folks that I get to meet. Now they're predominantly archery. I mean, Blackbird isn't. I'd say you've guessed it. It's not archery. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what you could say about it, but it is what it is. But I do talk archery, and because I'm big into that. But the channel itself, or the podcast itself, I don't know if you could call it an archery podcast. Whereas archery, not anarchy, is definitely archery. So and then there was another one. Is it I'm gonna say the Dummy Archer. I might be wrong. The Dummy Archer. Yeah, that started a while back, but then the host has and the creator has school stuff going on. A young archer coming up, trying out the podcasting, and apparently loved doing it. But a bit of a perfectionist going on there, so they've informed me that they will be doing it soon. So I patiently await. And again, the two guys that was talking to me. One would be, how would you say, in archery they're very kind of, they've got fucking sponsors and shit for like archery gear and stuff like that. So they're talking about bringing sponsors on board with regards to the podcast. I would be adverse to this because although these are very, very sensible people, I strive to be, sensible, but I fail dramatically. You go in with the best of intentions, and then one little thought, you be standing around with people, and I noticed that they're solid gold, they're just good people, good mannered people, and they did everything that you should probably do at every stage of life, and here they are, all splendid, and you're thinking, fuck it, these are lovely people. And then you've me, and I'm standing there with them, and I'm thinking, sure, I'm fucking lovely too, But you're aware of the fact that there's a gap. It's I don't know what it is, but it's just, look, it is what it is. We're all who we are. But I could be trying to be, my best version of myself, and then one little thing, and I'm a fucking... I go fucking crazy. I get loud. I fucking rage against nothing. And I have these little fucking spastic attacks. That's all I can call them. And sometimes what I find funny, all these other lovely people are they're fucking mortified that it's even come up in conversation. So, and weirdly enough, that's where I get my kicks around such people. That's where I get my laughs. And it's like a safe kind of laugh. Fuck, it is not where I wanted to go with this. I'm tired, people. I'm so tired today. But I'm in the studio. I'm happy to be here, and we will soldier on. So anyway, this is the majority of people, because even on certain jobs you go to and you meet the customers, and they're fucking solid gold. Good people, good mannered people. And you'd be thinking, why am I not such a good fucking person? Why am I so rough and blah, 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 and cranky sometimes? Most of the time, I'm not cranky. Most of the times, I'm fucking somewhere in a bowl. But I tell myself that all these lovely people are absolutely psychotic behind closed doors. And they be just fucking an absolute polar opposite kind of personality behind closed doors. That's how I put it to bed in my head. I said, yeah, they're all fucking nuts. This is a good act. But the human beast is there. It's just like, gnawing at the bit. We're in the machine. We're in the matrix. We're going against the grain. And we're feeling it. And it's kind of fucking beating us. And eventually, you snap. It could be over fucking not being able to put a lid on some fucking milk bottle. One lovely morning, and you just fucking lose it, and you set the house on fire. That kind of thing. So that's how I comfort myself with this. Because when I started, back to the podcast, when I started thinking, well, I'm going to give this a spin and see what it's like. And if I sound like I'm repeating myself, I apologize. If you wish to unfollow or unsubscribe, then you are never following or subscribing for real. So fuck off and stay out. No, I'm only joking. But when I started, you do what you do. You say, okay, there are certain ones, podcasts that you'd be watching, because I always watched them. I never really listened to them, you know what I mean? I didn't even know about fucking Spotify. That's how fucking retarded I am. It was all YouTube. And so I'd be watching, then you'd be branching off to other ones. You know how it goes. And you kind of gravitate to the ones you gravitate to for whatever reason. So I was thinking, okay, it makes sense. It's obviously, my understanding of a podcast would be it's a video medium. And that's it. So you set up a fucking camera. So then it was like, what kind of cameras? Then you go on your Google and your YouTube search the question, how do you do it? And so, well, if you've got a phone, you're good to go. And I thought, okay, that's what I will do. And as you probably know, or maybe you don't, that's what I did for the first 20 plus which at the time was Art Studio, which is now Blackbird. And that was the technical side of it, which wasn't very fucking technical, but it was doing the job. There was a lot of people giving out about the sound because there was no sound. It was very poor. But I soldiered on, people, because that's what I do, stubborn as a mule. And then I got these microphones, which I really like. If you remember, Dion was on recently. He had ambitions once upon a time to do a podcast, but then he had I don't know what you call it, a change of heart. So I bought them off of him, and then I got the arms. It's kind of things you just do. I mean, they were sitting there for ages before I didn't get a laptop. Just bought some second-hand laptop in good condition. And you get a free program on that then. It's Audacity for recording the audio. And as you can see, I have the two microphones, but I've only one set up. Because I'm not really technical, as you probably guessed. So I'd be inclined to... There's only a little gadget, a little box you get, and you plug the two microphones into that. And then you plug that into the laptop, and then Audacity will read it as one microphone or something like this. But you'll get two tracks. So the person that's a visitor or a guest, they can sit back if they wish, and they're not, you don't want to be annoying people about don't go too far. Like, we're in a nice confined little space, so it shouldn't be an issue. But again, it's just make sure there's absolutely no doubt in their mind that they're comfortable and they can move to and fro with the microphone. The reason I'm kind of lazy about it is the editing part, because I wanted to have two cameras as well, so you could chop and change. And again, it all comes back to the time on editing, because now for me, I get to a place where editing is, Jesus Christ, I don't know if you could even really call it editing. It's just such a simple, quick, efficient thing, and that suits me perfect. So it's like I might have to bank 4 episodes in advance and then do one fucking podcast with the 2 microphones and the 2 cameras, and then see how long that will take to adjust and to adapt to the whole editing process. And even if I can adapt, because let's be honest, it's not my lane, it's not my cup of tea, but my stubbornness is my superpower, and I have kicked on. And then you'll get fucking comments and shit that are not nice, that are negative, but they're easy to just dismiss. And you give all the comments, you get the power that you give them. So give them nothing, it means nothing. You will be your biggest critic, and that's it. So one of the guys who's setting up his podcast, it'll be all about archery, and it'll be very, I imagine, detailed and very interview based. There'll be a lot of FaceTime interviews and all this kind of jazz, because he'd be talking to guys in other parts of the world. That's not what I'm about. But that's the beauty of it. It caters for everybody's idea. And the hardest part, I think, there's a lot of people out there who I know are like, I'd love to give it a go. It seems like fun. It seems interesting, and they can branch off into other ways. But it's just that initial doing it, just putting your phone on a tiny little thing and fucking doing it. No, anarchy or arch. I keep saying anarchy. Archery, not anarchy. I apologize. They don't have video. And I was saying it to Owen when he told me that they were working on, they were doing a block of 10, I think. And then they were going to start publishing them one at a time, give them more time to add to that, which is a good fucking idea. I never thought of that idea. But hey, again, it's different for everyone. But they don't do video for their own reasons, because I remember thinking, because I'd heard it somewhere on one of the million fucking how-to videos I might have watched, where if you do video, you just get a double bubble, you get a better reach, it travels better through the YouTube and now through Spotify and other platforms, and video just travels better on these platforms. So you might get more exposure quicker, and you might find your audience quicker. And that in turn then might give you a little bit of encouragement and interaction, which is all pluses really. The big negative is within yourself. It's like, because you most likely will be your biggest critic, and that's okay. I've yet to do something where I'm totally proud. Oh, look, I'm so happy with that. You have your little moments, but nothing to write home about. So yeah, and then the other guy, he had a logo made up and he was showing it. He seems more like, he'd do a lot of how to do videos, and the guy is, well, the two lads now are fucking just, what's the word? Obsessed, which is a healthy thing to have. They're obsessed with their particular part of archery. And I've been telling them, like, there's no such thing as there's too many podcasts. There's not, because if you look at the stats, it's like a lot of people stop doing it after 10. They'll try 10 podcasts and think they're going to be making money out of it, because a lot of people aren't in it for making a business out of it or whatever, whereas a lot more people are in it just to kind of have it as like a side note, like a marketing tool of a sort to promote something else that they're at or whatever. I totally failed in what I started it for, but I was hooked. I was addicted. So I just kind of make it up as I go along, and enjoy it. As you know, nothing is scripted or whatever. So if something captures my mind, like I might see a discussion or a documentary or both, where I might just make, a few notes on that and say, well, this is interesting. Why? And then there'll be some wacky shit. And it's like, you got to entertain that too. You can't be all fucking, you got to be crazy. Because we're in a weird time. And I'm sure everyone in every generation said the same for whatever reason. So just acknowledge it. And I do. And again, there's plenty of people lining up to put you down. So you can't be giving them power. And I would I've been trying to get everyone who's anyone in a club, all the archery clubs I maintain in this day and age definitely should have a podcast going about the club, members in the club, their endeavours to go to shoots, competitions, the progress, have a little thing. Because people love to see this stuff. I believe this. And then they could interact with other clubs at shoots and stuff and build up a whole network. And it'd be pretty cool, I think. It blows my mind that it's not a thing. And not only, you've the horses as well. Like what do they call it? When they go on these fucking, I'd say hunt, but it's, excuse-moi, it's not a hunt. Oh, fuck, my brain has totally left the building. So anyway, yeah. So these folks have been asking me about, as if I would fucking know, but I have no problem saying, listen, I Forrest Gump my way through this, but it's fucking, if you can laugh at yourself, you're sorted. Just go. Don't take it too seriously, but obviously there's something within driving you, and don't shy away from that, embrace it. And just fucking go hell for leather and see what happens. It's as expensive as you want it to be or inexpensive as you want it to be. Like I said, if you have a phone, and I would suggest actually, if you're going to do it, definitely do video, okay? Because YouTube is massive and it's like statistically, it's outperforming all the other ones who are geared towards serving podcasts only. YouTube is just, they were doing nothing for it, and yet they're blowing everyone away. So you do that, and then you can just throw your video on Spotify now as well, which is awesome. And it's fairly easy. And just start off with little 10 minutes, 20 minutes, just talk about what it is your perspective, your experiences or lack of, your hopes in regards to whatever it is your endeavour would be it archery or whatever, or art, or anything to do with horses. I don't know why I mentioned horses, but there you go. Giddy up. So, and you don't go thinking you have to publish it. You don't really. Just do it, okay? And be the boss, okay? It's your creation. So you create it and then you watch it. Just save it in a folder or whatever, on your desktop, laptop, whatever, even on your phone. And just look at it, watch it, and just watch it. You probably have to watch it a few times because it might freak you out at the start because you say, I don't sound like that, I don't make those faces, and all of the above. Until you get to the point where, well, okay, I'm a fucking Shrek. I'm going to get on with it, and off you go. But you pick out the points that, number one, you come across genuine. You're not acting. That's why I maintain, have bullet points if you need it, just so you don't, because it is weird looking at a camera, talking to a camera in an empty fucking room. It is weird. It's kind of unnatural, but at the same time, once you get over that, fucking easy street, you know what I mean? And it's not about being an egomaniac or anything. It's just like, for me, this is like going painting a picture in a studio. You know what I mean? Or going to work and building a stone wall. These are things I do most of the time by myself. And your mind always goes elsewhere. But this particular world, this medium, podcast, video look, I call it podcast. I don't give a fuck what you call it with your technical horse shit, okay? Fuck off. This is podcasts, and I like doing it. I do it. I don't know why. I don't know why I paint. I don't know why I do stonework. These are things I'm attracted to. I'm drawn to them, and I do them. Just do them. And if you set one up, put a Facebook channel specifically for your fucking podcast when you've a few done that you're happy with, that you're going to go with, and drop me a fucking email or a message, and I'll fucking happily talk to you about it, or fucking follow you, or go for it. Even if it's not to do with archery. Excuse me, I got this I cut the lawn yesterday, and I was totally delighted about it. Really, it's weird when you get to a stage where, because I was doing it with the strimmers for the longest time, and it's fucking half an acre, like, son of a bitch, it's a fucking lot. But around May time, I had lawnmowers before, but they get fucked up. But now we got a place where you can put the lawnmower, and it's weather safe. So we got one of those little ones, cheap fucking €120 petrol lawnmower. And it's a tough little fucking thing. But it gets everything done way faster, and it looks so nice and tidy when you're coming home from work and you come in and you see the fresh cut lawn and there's no grass everywhere because you got the basket and shit. I know it's boring, but listen, it's the weirdest things that give you peace on earth. For me, sometimes it's momentarily, but I see it and it's like, I'm at peace. And since I cut the grass, I think I'm getting fucking some kind of hay fever or whatever. Can't even smoke my lovely cigarette. So that's what I wrote about in the Tefam thing. And I bring it up because, like I said, it's folks that get in touch with me through the Blackbird and through shoots, which I appreciate all the time. And it's like, that's what it's all about, networking and fucking helping out. It's good. Because if it requires me getting in the van and having to go somewhere, I'm not so good. But if it's emails or phone calls or text messages or WhatsApps, not a bother. I'm your guy. Oh, yummy. So, let's recap, shall we? Do your podcast, people. Do it. And, oh yeah, there's a thing I meant to show. But I'd have to go looking for it now. It's a fucking disaster. It's like, those clip-on microphones. They might be better than your phone microphone. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I have one there I got from Tefam. I got this, what is it? It's like a podcast setup, but I thought my setup was better. But there's stuff in it that you can use if you're out on a shoot, and it would be better than bringing all the stuff with me. So I'll be using it in that way. So, but this is like a clip-on microphone, and I think you can plug it into your phone. And when you're videoing a conversation with you and another, they'll have the other little furry guy. I don't know what you call it. But they're cheap and cheerful. I think the quality is okay, you know what I mean, for when you're out. But it's just like, try to get the conversations going if you're out and about. in a relatively quiet place, sometimes you just gotta fucking roll with it. I mean, I did one at Tiffin Festival last year, and there was a generator right across from us, and we're in a tent. Fucking disaster. And the two people I was talking to then were fucking funny. They were good talkers, but no one could hear a fucking thing because of this goddamn generator. But I had to put it up. I had to publish it because the show must go on, as they say. And you know, they were there and they wanted to have this thing happen, so we made it happen. And so sometimes you just gotta do it anyway. Hopefully, in the future there'll be better things to happen. But so if you get this little fucking microphone, guy, even if you're in the comfort of your home or your apartment or your caravan or wherever the fuck you live in, just get, get a half an hour block of time in your day, be it the morning or in the evening, where you know there's going to be no noise, not too much noise. I mean, you've tractors bombing up the road here, you've crows walking on the roof and screeching sometimes, and it gets through, and fuck it, just go with it. So, and don't listen to all the negative people, and most of the negativity is invented in your own ambitious little mind. So it's just, your, what's the word, procrastination, is that what it is, when you're kind of saying, fuck it, I'm to cut that out. Just do it, folks, okay? Do maybe 3 or 6, and just, keep a uniform to it. Get a name that you're happy with, that, because you will have a name. It'll pop right into your head. And go with it. And just fucking do it. And I look forward to following and liking all your stuff. Okay? So that was a little pep talk there, because today is a soft Sunday. I'll be honest, I had a physical week. I'm wiped. And I think I'm going to go now and have a beer. Oh yeah, I hope you like those funny videos. When Dion was here, he was talking about something we did about 2 years ago, a Halloween thing, and it got out of hand. There was lots of drinks had. But when he sent me on these clips he was fucking around with on the editing, he's handy at making a mockery of me. But I thought it was funny, so I said I'd share. So don't be worried. Don't think I've had some kind of... Is he on drugs? It was simply exhaustion, too much coffee, and then topped off with lots of Heineken. It was a good night, actually, for what I remember. And when he showed me these videos from 2 years ago, you'd be like, what the fuck? That's strangely funny. So I put them up in the hope that you'd look at them and you maybe had a giggle, a giggle. Okay, my crackers, I like to take care of y'all. So... ambitious people, do your podcast, okay? And don't listen to nobody unless they got something constructive for you. Because you're the creator, you're the master of your own destiny. So make it happen. There's plenty of people waiting to listen to your perspective. And don't be afraid to be the clown. Don't take it too seriously, because that's just... fuck that. So till next time, crackers, I bid you a fond farewell. Talk to you soon. Bye now.